Good evening, it's Kinninigan. Hola, everyone. Does anyone know how to speak Spanish? All I know is Puerto Rican girls call me Papi Chulo. When I was in Las Vegas, they call me Papacito. Yeah, a little difference there. Actually, my Spanish is okay, but I found the clip right before they killed Hugo Chavez and instilled Freemason President Maduro into Venezuela. Hugo Chavez was not on good terms with the ruling reptilian elite. He started talking about them using HARP weather weapons. It is theorized that our own, probably CIA, took him out with the quote unquote heart attack gun. Yeah, that's a thing. And right before he died and Maduro took over, Hugo Chavez warned the world about reptilians. And here is the original clip. It's in Spanish. Thank God for subtitles because I found a clip that is actually subtitled because even I can't understand the Spanish because they speak it too fast. But here's the original clip. Let me just show you. It was an interview with 60 Minutes in Venezuela, I believe, because the whole interview is in Spanish.
No tengo temor, lucho tanto contra ella. Con una sola palabra y para despedirlo, presidente Chávez. Una sola. Una sola. ¿Cómo quisiera usted que hablaran de Hugo Chávez cuando usted no esté? ¿Cómo quiere que lo recuerden? ¿Cómo quiere que el mundo recuerde a Hugo Chávez? Dos palabras, dos que son un hombre. Un hombre. Un hombre, es lo que soy, eso sí, hombre. Hombre humano, pues. Hombre humano, porque hay seres humanos que no tienen forma humana, pero no son. Yo soy un humano. Y así solo quiero que me recuerden, un humano que pecó, que luchó, que lloró, que cantó, que rió, y ojalá que vencí, pero mi victoria no será mía, será la de un pueblo. Presidente.
Now, because I made this video years ago, I do know what he's actually saying because but I said I lost this video on my original Kinninigan channel. So please share, like, subscribe if you want to support the channel. I do not run ads on my videos, and I promise you for 2026, I'm going to bring you some of the best reptilian videos out there, including Hugo Chavez denouncing the young. So here we go. God bless videos library here. They have the translated subtitled one, so I'll read to you what he's saying as we go through the video here. She asked him, "How do you want to be remembered, Hugo Chavez?"
Dos palabras, una.
He says two words. One, just a man, a man. What I am is a man like this. A man because there are human beings who have human shape, but they are not. I am a human.
Hay seres humanos que no tienen forma humana, pero no son. Yo soy un humano.
That's exactly what he says right there. I want to be remembered as a man. A human man because there are human beings who have human shape but are not. I am a human. Wow. So, thank you to the person that did the subtitles on this. Because the Spanish is really hard to follow along with if you don't speak it very good. But that is what he said. Anyone want to fact check me on the translation? Believe me, this clip's been around for many years. I know quite a few people that can speak Spanish, so it's been verified. Even like they were like, no, like, is he serious? Yeah, and then sadly, if you know about Hugo Chavez, he died 2013. That's kind of when I came on the scene, started doing my reptilian thing. So he was kind of like a new story for me as far as figuring out which world leaders were reptilian. It was amazing to find a world leader who was talking about the reptilians. And then we know what happens in 2013. Barack Obama was president at that time. Oh, yeah. And Hugo Chavez, yeah, I believe he had a heart attack. And he was speaking out against, he was also speaking out against HARP. Hugo Chavez's death. Yeah, he was okay. He died of cancer. I'm sorry, I said heart attack. Cancer, which is something that we could probably still do to people that we don't like. He was speaking out against the ruling elite, obviously getting out of line. And then when he tells people he wants to be remembered as a man because there are humans that have human shape but they're not, and he is a human, Yeah, you can't make this up. So there you go. Hugo Chavez, who then gets replaced by Freemason Maduro, spoke out against the reptilian president. Well, reptilians ruling the world. I'm sure that his reference there was probably more towards like the ruling the reptilian royal family. Barack Obama is not a reptilian. He's a gay Freemason. He's a black magician. Yes, we know that. But that was one of the other things I had to distinguish. How do we really have this many reptilians running around the world? Not really, because they don't really interact with the public. Okay, and you need to understand that about alpha draconians. They will take human form in cases where they could cause mass chaos, is the word they like to use, which is interesting because if you see some of the legit shapeshifter videos on my channel, Yusef Estes was an Islamic. Um, he was an Islamic missionary converting people to Islam within the U.S. prison system. Now, why would a reptilian shapeshifter want to convert Christians into Islam? Yeah, ask yourself the questions. We have the one of General Petraeus on my channel, who's a military general. Yeah, because wars are mass human loss feeding events and human sacrifice. So you see where they do take human forms, but they're as far as taking the form of a president to rule over a country. Yeah, that's a little. They don't really get too involved in politics. Yeah, believe it or not, they're not running the day-to-day administrative duties of a country. It's not how Alpha Draconians roll. Um, they are, and this is talked about in the Atlantean, the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. How the reptilian shapeshifters in Atlantis infiltrated the political circles where they would have the most influence, the spiritual and political circles, whether they're religious or political. They would infiltrate those parts of human. And this is really what they rely on their secret societies to do for them is to do that. And this, like, you've heard my past couple of rants about secret societies. They're not doing their job too well. Let's just say that. So there you go. Another reptilian conspiracy you may not be aware of. Yes, right before Hugo Chavez died from cancer, quote unquote, he told the world he wants to be remembered as a human because there are human beings who have human shape, but they are not. He never actually says reptilian, but come on, what else is he referring to there? Any questions or comments, leave them below. God bless and take care.